LeBron James sets a new record, surpassing Michael Jordan with his 563rd 30-point game. LeBron James breaks Michael Jordan's 30-point game record in Lakers' win over Atlanta. With a turnaround jumper at 5:58 remaining, LeBron James scored his 30th point, reaching 30 points in a game for the 563rd time. This surpasses Michael Jordan's record set in 2003. Jordan achieved the feat in 1,072 games over 15 seasons, while James broke the record in his 1,523rd game across 22 seasons. "It's very humbling," James said. "Being mentioned alongside the greats, especially someone like Michael Jordan, who's arguably the greatest ever, is super cool. He was my childhood idol, and I wear 23 because of him. To know I can be part of the same conversation as MJ is just amazing, especially for a kid from where I'm from." James, who turned 40 last week, is one of the few active players who experienced Jordan's 1990s prime with the Chicago Bulls. Growing up in Akron, Ohio, he studied and admired Jordan as a childhood hero. When James surpassed Jordan for fourth place on the NBA's all-time scoring list in March 2019, he was moved to tears on the Lakers bench. He described Jordan as an inspiration and the lightning in a bottle for me, because I wanted to be like him. The Lakers celebrated James' latest milestone in the locker room after their 119-102 win over Atlanta. However, Chicago native Anthony Davis reminded James to keep the achievement in perspective. "It bothers me," Davis said with a grin. "But it took him 7 more seasons. Honestly, growing up, LeBron was my number one. That was my era. So, this is obviously an incredible accomplishment. At this point, he's probably number one in everything. Being here to witness so many of his achievements is amazing, and I'm grateful for it. We just want to keep building on this success." James scored his final 2 points with turnaround, fadeaway jumpers that resembled the iconic shots of Jordan's mid-range game. James mentioned that youth coaches didn't always approve of his attempts to copy Jordan's fadeaway because it can affect a shooter's ball. However, James has spent his entire basketball career perfecting it into a weapon. Jordan was more of a left-shoulder fadeaway guy, James said. "I tend to go the opposite way. But we're both masters of our craft. Putting in work and more work until it's become nearly unguardable. It just works, it's all about effort and dedication." Coincidentally, on Friday night, James also surpassed Dirk Nowitzki, 1,522, for the fourth most regular season games played in NBA history. James already holds the record for the most postseason games, 287. Despite being in his 22nd season, he shows no signs of slowing down. Just one night earlier, he scored 38 points against Portland, tying Jordan's 30-point game record. James hit 7 3-pointers against the Blazers, recording the third most points ever scored by a player over 40. Trailing only 2 games by Jordan shortly after he turned 40 with Washington. Only 3 players have scored at least 30 points in an NBA game after turning 40. Jordan did it 4 times, Nowitzki once. And James has already done it twice within the first 5 days of his 40s. It's just another achievement in his career, and it really speaks to his greatness and longevity. Lakers coach J.J. Redick said, "That stretch where he hit 2 fadeaways and a three-pointer, with 7:14 left, gave us the cushion we needed and helped us take control of the game." James became the NBA's all-time scoring leader last season and holds several other longevity records. He has scored at least 10 points in 1,253 consecutive games over the past 18 years, breaking the previous record of 866 set by from 1986 to 2001.